we had a heavyweight feature fight where Brandon Cash defeated William Ricky via TKO, 5 minutes, the end of the second round basically. Then in a lightweight feature, Kane Carrizosa defeated Juan Quesada via triangle choke at 4:51 of the second round. And if you see my cat Tingo, he says hi. Catchweight feature bout at 165 pounds, Steven Martinez defeated Brian Travers via submission, a guillotine choke at 56 seconds of the first round. Then in a lightweight feature, Randy Gertz defeated Papis Martinez with an armbar at 80 seconds of the first round. A heavyweight bout, Jevi Ayala defeated Thiago Santos via KO at the end of the first round. Did not see that one coming. I thought that would be a good fight for Santos, so I'm a little bit surprised. In a featherweight feature, Scott Cleave defeated Isaac TeJesus via TKO at 3:14 of the second. That leads us to the main card televised on Spike TV, which started with a Bellator middleweight semifinal where Brennan Ward defeated Joe Pacheco via power guillotine at 2:41 of the second round. Then in a closely contested middleweight semifinal, Mikel Parlo defeated Jason Butcher via unanimous decision 30-27 and 29-28 times 2. In a Bellator bantamweight tournament semifinal, Rafael Silva defeated Anthony Leone 30-27 across the board in a fairly one-sided fight. Speaking of one-sided, Vinicius Carras defeated LeVar Big Johnson via TKO 23 seconds into the first round. And it was equally brutal in the main event of the heavyweight semifinals. Cheick Kongo finished Mark Goodveer via TKO with knees at 2:04 of the second round. And now we move on to MFC 38. This card started with the 5M5 Aaron Gallant taking on the 3-2 Matt Jelly. And Jelly was a very laid-back and lackadaisical fighter. He was sitting down in his corner when the fight was being introduced, and the referee had to tell him twice to get up and come over to hear instructions. Maybe he was a little too relaxed because Gallant just overwhelmed him with a flurry right from the bell, and the fight was over in 7 seconds for the winner by TKO. One right uppercut was what finished it, but really, Jelly was finished before the fight even started. Teddy the Bear Ash versus Jared the Yeti McComb in a middleweight bout. Honestly, I thought McComb had this one, especially in the third round. He had a pretty dominant third round, but 1 and 2 might have been close enough to go either way. Personally, I gave rounds 2 and 3 to McComb. I thought McComb's takedowns and dominant positions in the second round were enough, but didn't go that way with the judges, who scored it 29-28 McComb, 29-28 Ash, and 29-28 for Teddy Ash. I wouldn't call it a robbery. I just felt like the wrong guy got the decision here. The rest of the card was without controversy, though. Jonatas Neves and Kurt Southern. Southern knocked him down and finished him at 3:46 of round 1. Technical knockout, avenging a loss and improving to 13-4 overall. Then we had the first of 3 title fights. Anthony Hamilton weighing in at the limit of 265 versus the previously undefeated Shmilio Rama. Yeah, I said previously undefeated because Rama got rocked 10 seconds into round 2 with a big head kick of doom. I mean, when you see a heavyweight throw a knockout kick, that's something special. Anthony Hamilton becomes the inaugural MFC heavyweight champion. Then in a 5-round war, Jason South and Smiling Sam Alvey almost went the distance. But with 4 seconds left, Sam Alvey dropped him and got the TKO. There was a good chance Alvey was winning on the cards anyway because he tagged him over and over again with hooks to the right eye and dropped him several times. There was at least one round, the second round, where he knocked him down so many times I thought we were going to get a technical knockout. Even Miletich gave it a 10-8 on his scorecard as the fight progressed, so Alvey was either ahead or close, but he wasn't behind going into the 5th, so it's pretty impressive that he still went out there and got the finish with that little time left to go in the fight. And in the post-fight interview, he called Team Quest the best gym in the world and offered to autograph and auction off his pink fight gloves to help in the fight against breast cancer. He didn't specifically say Susan G. Komen, so I don't know if that's who it was. You might suspect that. Our main event was Tito Jones and Anthony Burchak, 5 rounds for the vacant bantamweight title, and it didn't get out of the second round. Jones actually did pretty well in the first. I think he surprised Burchak by being so aggressive. He even got a takedown and did a little bit of work on the ground, but Burchak was never in serious trouble. And then just superior technique and conditioning overwhelmed as the fight went on because Burchak started getting the takedowns himself. He was doing well late in the first round as he got a takedown of his own and did some work on top, and Jones was just trying to tie him up. And then in the second round, Burchak took him down, was in half guard immediately at 106. And once they got back up, Jones purposefully went to the ground trying to get, I don't know, a submission or maybe just avoid more damage. But that was a bad decision on his part to go to the ground in the corner because it gave Burchak a dominant position and he started wailing away with hammer fists and elbows. The referee Brack warned him several times to fight back, and then, just to make the point, Burchak hurt him enough that he could take the back and go for the rear naked choke and got the tap at 3:30 of the second round. 3 new champions crowned in the Maximum Fighting Championships show called Behind Enemy Lines. I'm Stevie J, Glove Up or Shut Up Wrestling Observer and AngryMarks.com.